What's up everybody, Chris from Crosshammer Films, and on today's video we'll be talking about what I learned from my very first short film, Run. So for this week, I wanted to give you guys some tips and things that I learned from shooting the zombie film that I released 2 weeks ago. Last week I didn't release a video because it was Thanksgiving weekend and I wanted to enjoy it with my family, and I hope those that celebrate it got to enjoy it as well. One of the first things I learned from this short was that if you're doing any type of short film related to this genre, you absolutely need a makeup artist. I spent so much time on the zombie makeup for the garage scene, it took almost 2 hours for me to apply the makeup myself, with a little help from a tutorial. Needless to say, if I had a makeup artist, that would have freed up my time so much more so that I could focus on my role as a director. So when and if you can, please get a makeup artist. There's a lot of hungry and talented makeup artists out there that love to work on indie productions. Another thing I learned from the garage zombie scene is that I shot the scene in complete darkness. I really wanted a dark garage for the scene, but what I thought at the time was that dark scenes, filmmakers really shot with no lights. This was a huge mistake on my part because I also wanted the audience to be able to see the makeup a lot better, considering I took some time on it. The lesson I learned later was that for low light or dark scenes, there are lights on set and a lot of times you backlight. The goal with a scene like this is to highlight your subject and separate them from the background, but give the feeling of a dark room. Because the camera is completely thrown into darkness and mixed in with some ambient light, you can't really make out what's in the environment and what's happening, even though it sort of works for this short. If I were to do a shot like this today, I would definitely use more creative lighting, backlighting for sure. Another thing I noticed was that I broke the 180-degree rule several times throughout this film, specifically in the dialogue scene when the two survivors encounter each other in the bathroom. Now I will be honest and tell you I had no idea what this rule was at the time, and you can break it if you know what you're doing. But in this scene there is zero reason to break the 180-degree rule. If you have two characters speaking in a scene, standing still in an environment, whatever side you shoot the first character in, at least their coverage, hopefully you'd want the shadow side. You have to remain on that side for the reverse shot of the other character. As you can see, I went all over the place with this scene. Had I known the 180-degree rule, I would have stayed on one side the entire time. And like I said, as this was my first short film, I didn't mention every single error with it. But here's some honorable mentions if you missed anything. Of course, using bad shots, like this one where you see the zombie come out too early and then it cuts back to him disappearing. Or lack of props for the characters, especially when one of them mentions he was looking for supplies.
Food, because that's where I was getting all my food around your area so I can put it and stash it in my car.
But all in all, I want to say this was an amazing and fun project to work on, especially the people that were a part of it, and I'm so glad that I was able to make this film. That's all I have, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and until next time, peace.